down. So
exactly
to let you know
so
that
you
I
can
support
see
you.
niggas as humans.
So, not all of them.
No. We're not saying all.
But yeah.
He not saying all.
Guys as humans though.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like women don't see us as humans. They see
He
us
says
as
ATM
these
machine
ATM machines or
Superman
just supernatural beings.
or Superman
Supernatural beings.
or god dang.
No, Brie. Not in your brain.
No, we're
I'm-
not saying
I'm-
you. See, you're a realistic woman.
You're realistic.
I'm
We're not
definitely a
saying these
realist.
Thank you for
superficial
being
women.
realistic.
I try to be.
Nah,
I try.
We ain't talking about these women that just
But
want a
yeah.
man that's to pay all their bills for no reason.
I mean, here's the thing.
Welcome to another episode of Little This, Little That podcast. As y'all can see,
Hey.
this is cousin Bree right here, man. This Bree with the Bree. I can't. Poor Minds. You know, you never seen Poor Minds, the podcast? I
No.
thought all black women watch theirs.
No.
Anyway, you sound like I wanted her name is Lex P. You sound like Lex P when you said that.
Never seen
say
it.
Nah, Bree. Say it again.
Not Bree.
Oh God, you sound. Oh yeah, there it is. Man, this is another episode, man. We got some things to talk about. Where my phone?
Do
at?
we?
We got some things. You already know. We got some things, man. But anyway, before we even get to a topic, man, like, how you feeling today, Maurice? Maurice.
I'm good.
How you feeling today?
I'm breathing. That's all I can say.
Same. I agree with
That's
that.
all I can do is breathe.
All you can do is
I mean,
breathe.
you can do a little bit more, but
You
that's
definitely
that's
can.
the most important.
I feel like
gotta
everybody that's
breathe.
alive is breathing.
I gotta breathe to do what I need to do.
Okay, I feel you.
Boom.
That's true.
And Bree,
I
how
give
was
you
your
that.
day today?
It's been a rough day as a social worker, but we're here. We're breathing.
Social worker.
We're breathing.
Okay. I know that type of test is challenging.
Can I ask a quick
Definitely.
question?
It's definitely, huh?
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead.
Do you take it personal sometimes?
Whoa.
I just wanna know.
Work wise,
Yeah,
like
like-
not necessarily. I'm really good with separating work from home.
Okay.
And just the families that I deal with, they are usually in some crazy situations. And although anything can happen at any point in time, I'm just firm in that I'll know how to bounce back if I were ever put in those situations. I don't think I would ever let things get that out of control.
Copy that. I just okay.
So-
That makes sense.
It did.
All right. That was a great answer.
It was.
I'm glad
I
we
mean,
got-
and if things do, God forbid, get out of control, I do have the family support, which a lot of my clients and stuff don't have. So I think that sort of kind of puts me at a advantage in certain situations. I know I have good family, good friends.
I mean, I
That's
feel like that's
still a
why
good answer.
a lot of reasons why those situations even come about.
Why?
Yes.
Because
support system?
there's no support system.
That's a huge part of it. You think that, you have family. Sometimes it's, it be people on parents. And they're really like, no, like you grown, you got your own kids, you got yourself in this hole, you got to get yourself out of it. Not realizing that help is needed.
Right.
Help is important. I think no matter what part of life you're in, you're going to need some type of help at some point. But again, I'm just blessed to have people that I know will help me versus, like I said, my clients, unfortunately, they don't have that kind of support.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. So let's get to this one part.
Time out. Hold up. How you feel, Winky Dink?
I am great.
Good question.
How you feeling?
I'm great. I'm great because
Not a
I'm great. I'm great because though I haven't been where I want to be this whole time. But I also noticed, like I think I said before in the podcast, that I'm also a late bloomer. So I am getting to the point where I want to be.
Okay.
And so now it feels pretty good. I'm taking risks. And I never take risks because I like things to be solid. Like be like automatic. Like this is what's gonna happen automatically. But this the thing I'm going to in my next phase of life. I feel like it's not one of those situations. It's a risk taker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always have to audible. I'm always have to adjust and always have to do things to make it better or to keep this thing going, momentum going.
Mhm.
So I'm excited for it to come, and yeah, like I said, I'm feeling pretty good right now. It's because it's different for me.
Word.
I need a challenge in my life.
Word.
Definitely.
Things are pretty darn easy
Definitely.
when it comes to a rotation.
You
or
can't be
like,
comfortable.
You can't exactly.
Never be comfortable.
Exactly.
Always have to find something to get you out of your comfort zone. Because I mean, hey, if you're comfortable, how are you gonna grow?
Exactly.
Grow if you're comfortable.
You can't. You can't grow.
True
I mean,
beings.
you can. I mean, but I don't feel like it will be a huge increase.
I was about to
I feel
In
it
growth.
won't be as
Same
big.
thing.
Yeah, it won't be a
Exactly.
change.
What it is,
In my opinion.
what the thing
Mine
I'm
too.
finna do, I know I can go beyond where I'm at right now. So, and I'm at this huge corporate place or this huge hospital where you think things is gonna grow beyond what you think, but it's not. It's gonna keep you stagnant.
If you
Where-
wanna
where I-
be
where the thing-
somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention.
So sad too. Let's get it. But not for real. Anyway, we all in this. Since we finally got a woman on here, we supposed to have our wives on here by now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey, y'all can't see, but my wife is sitting to my right. I'm just saying.
Y'all left.
Yeah.
But
So they have me as the guinea pig today.
Thank you.
But I'm willing to take
Yes.
part in the conversation for
I
sure.
appreciate
it.
I love a good debate.
I appreciate it.
You know,
Whoa.
or good meaningful.
What makes you think this is gonna be a
not
debate?
necessarily, not necessarily debate, but
Oh, we
also
don't agree with
good,
these guys.
meaningful conversation. Let me say that.
Yes,
That's
for
a better
sure.
a better
That's what it's gonna
description.
be,
But I'm
for
also
sure.
up for a good debate.
But here's my thing. I'm gonna ask questions that's
Yeah.
like gonna go against
Yeah.
what's what's going on. Anyway, but before we get into that, I feel like the most popular question right now, when it comes to especially black women that's on these type of platforms, what is your black woman superpower? What is it?
My black woman superpower. For me, I'm gonna say the ability to adapt. You never really know how your day is gonna go, and how you respond to a change in your day, month, year, life. You have to be able to take that change and adapt with it or move with it. So you don't get discouraged, or so you don't, fall by the wayside. So yeah, just the ability to go with the flow, move with the motion, and understand that if something goes wrong, it's okay. I got to find another means to an end.
Right.
And just that willingness to not be in that place or be upset because plans didn't go how I intended for them to go. So yeah, definitely my ability to adapt.
All right.
That's a really good one.
That is a good one. Quisha. Hey, wife.
Don't do that to her. Don't do that to her.
Don't put my cousin on the spot.
Don't do that. But you could have easily just did like
I did that on
I'm
purpose.
finna do right now. I know you did.
I just did it. I know she was
I feel like a lot of women. I'm not going to even just say black women. But I will say black women mostly because it's like they don't want to adapt. It's like because they want to stand firm in whatever they thinking already. It's like they want to go against the grain or something like that in that manner. I'm not saying you should be submissive in stupid ways, but I'm also saying like if he making sense, go with it.
I'm gonna interject.
Here we go.
Please do.
And I think,
Spaghetti.
and I'm in a sense, I believe, I'm traditional. So of course,
Okay.
What is traditional?
We said,
Well,
thank you.
what I
It's
mean is
tradition-
like, I believe in like the old ways of how things were done.
When he pay all the bills?
No, not necessarily pay all the bills, because even in my household we're 50-50, which I don't mind, despite the fact that my fiance does make way more money than me, but that's what's working for us as of right now.
Tell him give me a dollar.
Right.
I need a dollar.
So that's what's working for us currently, right?
Right, okay.
And it's also just because he can't pay for a wedding on his own. So either way, that's
She get married.
yes.
The traditional way is the bride's
the bride's family pays,
yeah.
but I don't mean like in that aspect, but in regards to submission, and I hate to go on the spiritual tip here, but
please go ahead.
I watched a sermon, I'm gonna say fairly recently, and and I can't remember everything exactly. But I think that our modern idea of submission and leading is
stupid.
I don't want to say stupid. I don't necessarily think anything is stupid, because how somebody thinks, how somebody feels, like I can't justify that thought process, because that's them. They have their reason for feeling and thinking however they feel and think. And I can try to change that, but I can't be mad if I don't. Because their experiences is why they believe and think that way.
Okay.
But submission, I think that we as a generation look at it as like, oh, the woman is supposed to do this, the woman is supposed to do that. But people don't talk about how submission is both ways. Just as a woman is supposed to submit to her husband, I don't really believe in like completely submitting in a relationship, because relationships come and go. But marriage-wise, I mean, the husband has to submit as well. And on that spiritual tip, I can't remember exactly what chapter and which verses, but in Ephesians, it talks about how a woman should submit to her husband, but a man should also treat his woman or love his woman as Christ loved the church. Everybody know Jesus loved his church. Hey?
Boom.
Everybody know Jesus loved his church. Like I said, I'm not gonna harp on it.
Yeah.
But we just think about what is the woman supposed to do. The woman is supposed to do this and do this and do that, and just trust the man. But is he putting her in a position to where she's comfortable to allow him to lead?
Ooh, okay. Hey. Yeah.
We just have to ask. You know, I feel like
Answer that.
those questions.
Some of these
And I
dumb
feel
niggas
like
don't.
if a man is putting you in a position to where you can trust him, you feel like he protects you, he provides for you. And I'm not saying he got to pay all the bills. Nah. That works for some people, but just realistically, that doesn't necessarily work for everybody. But either way, like, is he putting you in a position to where you're comfortable enough to allow him to make those decisions?
Right.
If he doesn't, how can he expect for you to be submissive?
That's an agreement. I agree with that. So, also, what I think is when it comes,
Look, I'm just saying.
Man,
I'm just saying.
that was a really good.
That was a good.
That was so good.
Good piece of answer, right?
Why you coming on this podcast so hot?
Look, I have been dying to be here.
You have? Thank you.
I look at it often. I try to look at as many videos as I can. I'm like, ooh, I would have loved to have a little.
Right.
Schedule a little crazy. Weekends are usually better for me, but I'm
we do
always
weekends.
I'm always good for open-ended conversation. I really enjoy it. I really do enjoy it, and I talk a lot. I love people.
Yeah, you do talk a lot.
I do. I'm sorry.
I know you feel like a year now.
I shut up now.
Yeah. No, you good. I know you feel like a year now. Anyway, and she does talk a lot.
I do.
But I agree completely with her. Damn, I forgot what I was finna say.
That was a great piece of answer right there, brother.
Thank you,
I had something set up.
Word.
I had something set up for that. Fuck.
You ain't got to.
Question.
Cause she killed that.
Forget that.
She killed that, brother.
Nigga,
Art.
I had something set up for it.
Art.
I had something for it. It wasn't a rebuttal, but it was like an agreement, and then I had a little rebuttal towards it. But to equal
Let
out,
it sizzle in your spirit. Maybe you'll come back.
maybe. but my thing is, it might not, because I agree with that completely. Because I do too. I agree with that completely because right now I am paying for everything. Mm-hmm. I'm doing everything, but I want to do everything.
Right.
Because we just had a baby.
Correct.
I'd rather have her be with the baby, and have her nurture him, teach him, and have him be educated in whatever ways, and it's not a problem to me.
Right.
But with other guys, I don't think they see it that way
yeah,
it's probably because they just did it with somebody that they just wanted to do it and rocking with.
And also, I'm going to interject. I feel like when we're hearing these conversations, these people aren't married. You see what I'm saying? Like they're not married. Like I feel like there are sometimes like women are expecting men to pay their bills or whatever, take care of whatever, and they both aren't in a committed relationship. So That's what I think, and I do think we're away from like the courting stage where people are really actually sitting
Joey
around
Chavis.
and dating. But I think it's different in a marriage. I mean, of course, I'm a mom as well, and I can say that
Joey
when
Chavis.
I can say that when I first had my son, I wasn't working at the time. I was on maternity leave and things like that. So my fiance he's my boyfriend at the time. He was paying for everything, but hello, we did just have a child.
Right.
So-
But
He better have did that.
That's different.
Right.
He better have did that.
Yeah, so we did just.
He
have a
better
child.
have.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, or you just had sex with a retarded ass nigga.
I don't think
Simple
that
as
I
that.
did.
No. Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I definitely agree.
Apparently you didn't. Thank
Right.
God you didn't.
I didn't. Speaking of, he's calling me now.
Hey.
Tell him you
I
are
gotta,
at
I
work
gotta, I gotta
again.
make sure that he
Look at this. Look at that
got the kids.
podcast.
But now speaking of women and not having that type of responsibility or whatever, Joey Chavis, Chavis, however you say her last name, she had a baby by Bow Wow. She had a daughter by Bow Wow.
Mm-hmm.
She has a son from Future,
But
now she's pregnant again with football superstar Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, she want to check.
My boy Trayvon Diggs is a dog.
Oh, she want to check.
Hey, cornerback.
Oh, she wanna
I
check.
can't say dog because my homies, they know I play cornerback also, and they know I talk shit about him. But he was good at one point in time at cornerback for the Cowboys, and she has a baby going on by him. I feel like with her, it's more so of a fucking
She want some money.
huh?
What check?
Yeah, it's more so a strategy for her. It's like, oh, I just had a baby here 10 years. Then, oh, I just had a baby by a different guy in the same industry. 5 years after that, now I have another one. She's basically paid
So you
for the
said-
next
I feel-
30 years.
Do you feel like some women get pregnant by some guys just for the money?
I feel like when it's those type of guys, yes, for sure.
Oh,
When it's Bow Wow,
Okay, I'm gonna ask the woman next to us.
Yeah, you
do
go
you
ahead.
feel like some women get pregnant just because of the money, not because I want a child?
I don't know. I can't say it's necessarily
You can't say.
because of the person, and the only reason why I'm gonna say this is here's my reason for saying that. A lot of these women who do have
Let's move it up.
Oh, sorry. A lot of these women who do have babies by, athletes, rappers, comedians, other famous people, they already have some sort of or some level of exposure. So I feel as though they don't necessarily attract, or if they do attract, the average everyday man, they're just not interested because they're just in a different
Tax bracket.
and I don't want to necessarily say tax bracket because I'm not sure how much money they're making on their own, so I'm not going to bring
Damn,
the tax
how much?
bracket into it.
A regular Joe.
But they're just put in a sense. I feel like in a different category. Like I couldn't, as much as I love Chris Brown, I'm a regular person. I can't expect for Chris Brown to be with me because I'm a good person. He's going to go for somebody that already has a certain level of exposure.
No.
Go ahead. What you think?
I mean, yes, he probably make a baby with that certain level of exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but I don't think that he's looking at it in that way, because you gotta think about it. He's freaking with the women that's coming at him. He had women in his mansion that he was just freaking with that he kicked out all of a sudden. Like, oh no, I'm done with y'all. Well, we passed it 7 minutes now. I'm done with y'all bitches. Like he was like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna only because you brought Chris Brown. I'm not gonna bring that for that. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna bring that to that. He's gonna smash whatever that comes at him. I feel like that even looks decently well.
Random.
But I do feel like if he's gonna make a baby with anybody, it is gonna be on a woman with status. But
I don't know, cause I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, I'm not gonna correct you.
About this, but I know that he didn't have a baby with her, but it was possible. But when Chris Brown, for example, was dating Karrueche. I don't remember what she was doing.
I thought you was gonna say
I
Riri.
think she was a model then,
I thought you
right?
was gonna say Riri.
I think she was a.
I think she was.
I think she was a model then, right?
I think she was.
I mean, but me personally, I just hadn't seen anything that she's been in or anything prior to
I agree.
until she, really got with him.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
But hold on,
She ain't had
hold on,
no
hold
status.
on.
She still has status.
But that was also the woman that he went crazy over. Really.
You been crazy over Riri too.
I mean,
Now that's
not like
No, if you want to beat a woman in public, you're
It's a
crazy over her.
but that's a whole different situation though.
You can tell that he had genuine love for Karrueche.
I
don't
agree.
even know the mother of. Well, we've seen her, but I don't even know what his first child.
Yeah,
mother
me neither.
does.
Me neither.
But he still had a baby with her.
Hey, flip y'all niggas. All right.
I'm just saying,
Y'all
but
made sense.
that goes back to say. I mean, she had to have.
thing.
It's a third. Yeah.
I mean, or you have to know.
Well, we
I
don't
mean,
know what the other baby mama do anything. Like we don't know.
She
what
ain't
she
no
does.
regular Joe though.
but that's what I'm saying. Like we don't.
Okay.
We may not know who she is, but I mean. She don't live in a regular house
Right,
walking a dog.
exactly.
She does. Just because we're unaware to what she does doesn't mean that she's not doing anything. She did something to be put in a certain position, to be put in a certain place to where she
Right.
can interact
With that
with
guy.
Chris Brown to even have the
Exactly.
opportunity to sleep with him and have a baby with
I
him.
agree.
So do I got that opportunity? I'm engaged now, but in the yeah. Just saying. Hey, here we are.
Just saying. Okay. Just
Yeah.
saying who you are.
No, I agree with Bree. I'm sorry. What
Yeah.
you think?
It's cool, bro. It ain't nothing to apologize about. This
I
is a
ain't
podcast.
true
and we're
beans.
having an open conversation.
No, I agree.
I already told you I was gonna be the villain today.
Oh, you did? No. You always the villain, but okay. But no, I agree. No, but she makes sense.
Huh?
And you'll snap your
No,
fingers.
no. That's what I want to bring on here
No.
for the longest.
She makes sense. And
It has to make sense.
It gotta make
It
sense.
does.
It has to make
That's why
sense.
I said it gotta make sense.
Oh.
It has to make
It's a
sense.
little
It
thunder
does.
out there. But yeah,
It has to make sense.
at least for me it does.
Okay.
Like I said, that's why I said tax bracket.
No. You keep saying tax bracket.
This is why I said
We talking about women that ain't got no real tax bracket.
Art, let me explain.
I'm saying you can't say tax bracket when these women that ain't was never known, barely known now.
Art, let me
can't say
explain.
tax bracket,
Let me
though.
tell you why I say this.
I imagine that they are up there.
You know
but
people.
we don't
that-
know.
wait,
We can't
you
say
know
for
people
sure.
with high tax bracket, the person you about to work for, got a high tax bracket, but everybody don't know him though, right? Exactly. Hot.
Actually, a lot that we don't hear other than the ones that are famous, we
Boom.
don't know
That's what I
exactly.
said.
what's there.
Exactly. That's what I said. Tax
Good
bracket.
example.
I know. I'm a bright man.
All right, I'm just gonna skip to the next thing then, because y'all killing me. Cam Newton, Nick Cannon, got showed up by Doctor.
They got humble.
Got humbled up by Doctor.
She humbled them
It's
both.
just
of
Doctor
them.
Bryant.
Shit.
Doctor Bryant. Freak. But yeah, she humbled both of them. She talked about how they basically created broken homes in their low functioning selves. What y'all think about that ideal, that her point of view? Point of view. Okay.
What do I think about which part of the point of view?
No. Okay. So you watched both videos, right? That I sent you.
I couldn't watch the second one. I have seen.
You don't have Facebook? What's the second one I sent you?
It's Twitter. It won't come up for some reason, but I do have Twitter.
Oh no, Twitter is one with Nick Cannon. Oh no, that's the first one I sent. The
No,
second
you-
one I sent you.
Yeah, that was. I thought the first
Nick
one. I
Cannon.
didn't see
Okay, okay.
the second one.
So who you seen then?
I have seen bits and pieces of the session with Cam Newton, and I seen one part of the Nick Cannon podcast.
Yeah, man, Dr. Brian, man, she was on Cam's and Nick Cannon's platform, they podcast or whatever. She basically like body both of them.
She really did.
I really
She body both
wish
of them.
I would have
Okay.
seen more of the Nick Cannon one. So I can't speak.
It-
too much
that was
on
a
what
shorter
was
video,
said.
for
I
sure.
I can't
That I
speak too
sent
much
you.
on that, but I did see the one with Cam Newton.
Okay.
I did.
So what you think about it?
I feel like she made some pretty good points. I feel like she made some pretty good points. I do understand. I guess because Cam Newton is who he is, he's an athlete. I do understand where he said that his desire to get married is lower than his fear of divorce. Because I think that anyone who has, a certain amount of money, especially like a athlete, movie star, whatever that case may be, they be getting divorced a lot.
Yeah.
Or musicians as well, or rappers, singers as well, actresses, actors.
It's in like any high paying position.
Yes, I feel like that, and because he's in that industry, I can see like he's seeing like so many people getting divorced. Like I can understand like how that's scary, especially it's like unfortunately as the man, you usually have to pay, all the money, all the child support, whatever it is, you have to pay for all of those extra things once you get divorced. So I do understand that. However, I completely agree with her. If you're not willing to settle down and actually and I think, and this is me saying, is that the girl that he's with now, I mean, her love for serving people.
Cam, right? Cam Newton.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like from what I see, I don't know, of course, but she seems like she need a ring, honey. She seems like she needs a ring.
I seen the same girl. I feel like she's working for a ring.
She is, but for you to go on a podcast and saying that, even if I appreciate Cam for expressing how he felt and being vulnerable and saying, hey, I mean, I'm a little afraid of that because of XYZ. But I don't know, because of how she like shows her love for him out loud. Like it's blatant. Like she's showing, all the things she's willing to do for him. She's telling us all the things she's willing to do for him. But then to say he low-key said that he ain't trying to get married, which is fine.
But here's the thing though.
Which is fine.
Okay, here's a guy's perspective.
I just would have said, I just would have hoped he would have said like, I'm just not ready for that right now, or just dismiss it a little bit.
It ain't
Here's
low
a
key.
guy's perspective.
No, it's not low key.
Here's a guy. You said it's not low key, Maurice?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Explain yourself before I say what I gotta say.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
That's some
Maurice. Golly.
Anywho, I say it's not low key.
Braid your hair.
Shut up. I say that because one, she look at his podcast. Why would you say that?
I mean, and that's kind of what I was thinking
Why
too.
would
Like,
you say that?
I don't feel like he was disrespectful, but it showed that he didn't really have a lot of respect for her. Does that make sense?
Y'all looking at it as disrespect?
I'm not. No. I'm not looking at. I'm not looking at.
I'm looking at it
disrespect.
as him giving her a challenge, and she's taking it.
What is the challenge?
Wait, giving who a challenge?
His old lady.
His old lady.
So what's the challenge? Hey, I'm telling you, I don't want to get married. So now you gotta.
So what? From what y'all saying?
So you the one.
You ain't
Hold on.
looking at nothing. From what you saying from her.
And then also the things that, not necessarily her, but
Not
also the
her.
things that he has said. He has said multiple times on different platforms that she makes him feel safe.
Yeah.
That that she's able to communicate how she feels about certain things, and like when something goes wrong, she's like, hey, that hurt my feelings. She's able to communicate that, something that he is not or was not familiar with. And he talks about his love for her. He talks about how this is a relationship that's really different from the relationships he's had in the past. So I would imagine, despite your fear of marriage, that this one woman, because everybody got one woman now that's gonna make them do. Your wife did something.
Yeah.
Your wife did something that made you feel like, okay, I don't want anybody else. Like, this is the person for me. And it sounds like, because he's never talked about the other women like that before, the other one we possibly don't even know about. That he's dealt with, but he has said this about this woman. And I would imagine, I understand that you're afraid of marriage. Most men are.
Heck yeah,
Most men are afraid of
terrified.
marriage. Just that level of commitment.
I've been saying, but that
But
level of
if she
success
gives you
too.
a certain level, right? But if she gives you a certain level of comfort, if she's providing a certain level of care, and making you feel secure, something that he has basically said.
But Bree,
I mean,
but you sound like you counteracting now. You sound like you going up from what you just said. It made it seem like in the beginning what you just said. He's not gonna get married because he feel like he's too secure in his life. But then again, now you're saying
Well, no, I'm not saying that he was too secure in his life. I was
Okay,
saying
so
that
it's-
certain men of I guess that
But
caliber.
let's talk about Cam Newton. That's what the topic is.
Oh,
Let's talk about
I am
that.
talking about Cam Newton.
Okay, but we're talking about his wife that made him feel comfortable.
Not his wife.
I mean,
His old lady.
I'm sorry, his old lady, his girlfriend.
But that's what I'm.
that
but,
made him feel comfortable.
But okay. Well, to get to the point, what I'm saying is
I
she
just wanna
provides
get to
you
a point
all
now
of
for
these.
myself.
You fine, but for somebody that is providing you all these things, and you're saying that is different. And he may see her as wife material. I don't know for sure, but it just seemed as if he made it seem like he hadn't found that yet. Which is my point. He's making it seem like as if he hasn't found that. However, he talked very highly of her. He really at least the things that I've seen.
He speaks very highly of her and himself, and that can be the split between the audience. From what I'm seeing is he's speaking like that because he knows that she's basically to him she's the one. Right. But the fact is that he in previous relationships or whatever that he wasn't doing the things or feeling the way that he was feeling in his previous relationships or his previous baby mamas. That's why he answered Dr. Bryant's questions in the way he answered. He was answering in his previous self. He wasn't answering in his present self. I mean, yeah, he could say I am or I do
that's
this
present
right now.
tense. That's currently. That's at this time.
But you got to think about it. It's a platform he has to entertain right now.
I mean, and I agree with that, but I also can't go against the things that you said because he also can't. I can't because I mean we're talking about them presently at this time, right? It's current.
But I'm saying, but at this time also he was also trying to portray the character that he is.
Even if that was true, something that he did say that we know for sure is current was she asked him, or he basically said that I want more children. And she asked him.
You know what? Goddamn, that's the part that got me mad at him.
And she asked him. She was like, are you planning to settle down or whatever? I can't remember exactly what she said, but he was like, however God sees fit. So not saying that you want to, and I understand him not wanting at that time to say that he's going to settle down with, the woman he's currently with, but it was just like, it really, however they come. However they come. And then she went into, that sort of kind of selfish, that sort of kind of creating broken homes because you have these children. He has, technically Cam actually has 6 children of his own. He just considers 2 children as his because he was with
Okay, I got you. He's a good guy then. Sound like a good guy to me.
I mean, I think that he's a good. I mean, from what I think he's a good guy. I think that he's a good father. He went to Westlake.
He did.
So I think that he's a good guy, good person, whatever that may be. But I do think that he has some kind of level of, and I don't necessarily want to say trauma, but something in him is just
holding him back.
I don't.
It's like holding him back.
I don't know. I wish I had the words. I wish I had the words for it, but I mean, when you reach a certain level of fame, I mean, I feel like you have this idea of I can have money.
Money.
Now, I feel like
say fame, money.
Yeah. That I can
fame
have.
Does help because
I can have. I can do.
Whatever.
However, and essentially he can. I mean, he has the money. He has the endorsements, the sponsors, the businesses to do so.
Not that ugly. He ain't that ugly neither.
I got them outfits questionable.
You know what? You're the woman. Go ahead.
Them outfits questionable.
No. Give it his face. What's his face?
I mean, he okay.
1 to 10. Give a number. 1 to 10.
For me?
Yes.
Like he's a 7 to me.
That's solid.
That's decent.
7.
Solid with he's 7 with millions of dollars.
Depending on what he got on 6. Depending on what he got. But I think he's a genuine person.
Hey,
I don't.
No, because Cam's his fashion is so forward. It's annoying.
And I.
It's so.
I'm all for having your own fashion.
No, for sure.
Like it's a way that you stand apart. It's your individuality. So I'm just not. I don't know. I don't be attracted to athletes. I'm not.
All right, so not to dig too much into your personal life,
Mm-hmm.
what is the personality or the personality trait that made you draw yourself into your fiance now? What is it?
For him,
Ooh,
we
she about to
just
shout you out.
we
Ooh.
just we
She
get
about to
each
show you some
other.
love.
We just get each other.
We get each other.
We are really truly those people that I will start to say something or we'll say something at the same time, and we definitely finish each other's sentences. We're goofy together.
Y'all say you be like, "Oh, I wanna." And he be
Apple.
Like, yeah,
No, say something literally at the same time. We'll say something literally at the same time. And then not only that, coming from before me and because I've actually known my fiance for quite some time, a very before we actually
like
got
40 years.
Yes, we actually grew up together, and so we've seen each other grow. We've seen each other go through so many things. We've actually seen each other grow through a lot of different relationships.
So y'all were friends.
I told you
we
before.
were friends first, but
friends
however,
I told you before. I'm glad he finally proposed.
yeah.
I
I mean, well, this time we've been dating for I say 5 years, but well 4 before getting engaged. But outside of all of that, I really feel like again coming from before me and him got back together, coming from 2 horrible ass relationships. I feel like he really made me better because I was always ambitious. But it was very, very different for me to have a man that was more ambitious than me.
Okay.
And it drives me and it lets me know
that's
that
what works,
whatever
guys.
I put my
That's what
mind
works.
to, if it makes sense because he's a very logical and a very rational person, he will support and he will encourage that. He's always looking for a way to like financial freedom, like not working and things like that. And I just feel like that is a wonderful goal and a very, very ambitious goal. So because he has that goal, I mean, even without him, I know that that's a goal that I would eventually wanted to have for myself. But it lets me realize that I can have that so much sooner, because like he's making it happen. Like he like he's making it happen. Like he not only makes me comfortable, not only makes me happy, but we have a lot of fun times together, and we can also be very, very serious and run a household together. He has fallen down.
That matters.
I mean, he's fallen down in situations and has been comfortable. Be like, look, I need you. And has been like really, really vulnerable with me, and I'm like, okay, well, this time it's on me.
You don't weaponize it, right?
Oh no, of course not. Of course not. And I've fallen down like, look, I need help. I need this, that, and whatever the case may be. But we just
She don't weaponize it.
I'm
I like
finna,
that.
we matched. Go
I
ahead.
like that.
Maurice asked you if you weaponize it, and you said no. So, what is one way you can teach other women not to weaponize that?
You can't.
You can't
You can't
teach
teach it?
You can't. I don't.
It's a personality
I think
thing, right?
I don't necessarily think it's a personality thing,
No.
but it's also a level of understanding. Like I hear about a lot of times to where or these scenarios where a man is normally paying all the bills and then he loses a job and he can't do it, and the woman is not willing to step up or take care of. He's supposed to be doing this, but again, me personally,
Word.
I feel as if how can you say that you genuinely love that person and you love them unconditionally if you're not willing to help them when they fall down? Again, I also have a different perspective because I'm a social worker. So I have to always believe in my job that people can change, that they can always get back up. So that could be a piece of it too. But I mean it happens, and because I genuinely love my family, I mean he don't really fall down. He ain't, definitely not now, but I'll be transparent and say that we have experienced something like that, and we still together. So I had to and it was during COVID. Everybody was getting like laid off at that time, and it hurts because I mean he makes 6 figures, well over, and it's just like I'm again a social worker, state employee. Everybody know that state employees we get taken advantage of, sort of, kind of. But I had to pick it up. It was stressful, especially like being a new mom. It happened like shortly after I had my son, or about say a year or so. So it was very, very stressful.
But you did it.
It was very, very stressful. But I knew that if I just stayed, for lack of a better term, stayed down, it would be okay because he's held me down before, even when we weren't together.
Yeah.
Like the two relations, the
He
past
was
two
a social worker
relationships.
too?
No, he wasn't,
Okay.
and not. But when I was down dealing, when we were just really really close friends. I mean, he came and helped me and protected me when he didn't have to do that.
He was shooting his shot the whole
When
time.
he didn't have to do that. So it's just a different level of respect that I
I'ma
have
get
for
you.
him, that I know that he's been there for me. There has not been a time where he showed me that he couldn't be there for me. So I felt that now that we're actually in a relationship
Oh,
and
he a
we
real
have a
nigga.
child, the least that I can do, because this is not you forever. You see what I'm saying? Like,
So no,
and because I
so
know
no.
who you are as a person, you're not gonna always be like this.
So no.
You're not gonna
Right,
always
exactly.
fall down. So
Exactly.
to let you know
So
that
you
I
can see
support
niggas
you.
as humans.
So, not all of them,
No. We're not saying all.
but yeah,
He not saying all.
Guys as humans though.
yeah.
'Cause I feel like women don't see us as humans. They see
He
us
says an
as
ATM
these
machine
ATM machines or
Superman
just supernatural beings.
or Superman
Supernatural beings.
or goddamn.
No, brain. Not in your brain.
No, we're
I'm-
not saying
I'm-
you. See, you're a realistic woman.
You're realistic.
We're not
definitely a
saying these
realist.
Thank you for
superficial
being
women.
realistic.
I try to be.
Nah,
I try.
We ain't talking about these women that just
But
want a man
yeah.
that's to pay all their bills for no reason.
I mean, here's the thing.
Talk to
I
us.
have always had my own money.
Mm.
Always. I
heard.
have.
heard.
I mean, I'm 17 and haven't been jobless since.
Okay.
Every time I had,
She's
every
like
time.
she like 47, you guys.
I'm not.
She's 47.
Every time I
She's
leave,
like
that's
48.
not a long time, but
47.
I've never left a job and didn't have another one, or I didn't ever have a plan. So a lot of things I was already
I always had a plan B.
doing on my own, or finding a way to get it, whether that's hustling here or working 2 or 3 jobs there. I worked 2 or 3 jobs in college, so having money and having my own means was
She a hustler.
that was just what I was taught. So when I'm in a relationship, when we get to a certain point, like, yeah, I may have some expectations, but I also know that with or without you, I'm gonna be okay. I'm with you and I want you. I'm with you because I want you. Not necessarily because I need you. But as a man, I feel like, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a man, but I think that men really appeal to the woman that wants them versus the woman that needs them.
Maurice,
What's up?
what you think about that?
That's a
I
good
feel like here, like, I'm gonna bring your personal up. You always appeal to women that want you. You never had to go for them. You didn't have that chase. I feel like, honestly,
I'm not saying you don't got to
I'm
chase
also gonna
now.
say this part though. You did go for Quisha though.
I
You did go for your wife.
I ain't gonna.
Before your wife, what Bree just said, men like to take the women that comes to them, basically.
That wants them.
Cause
That wants them.
Okay,
Yeah,
this is what I
take
say.
it.
This is what I say to that because
Go ahead. Nah, I want not.
Right.
Let's go.
it's easier, right? One,
Exactly.
it's
Here
easier.
we go.
But I'm gonna say this because when I got older, I
Why you
understand
ain't
it.
elaborate?
I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
No, it was way
that's
easier
fine, that's fine.
because come on now,
Go to your next
easy
thing.
access.
Well, hold on.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
we're, I
it-
think
no,
we're
it-
thinking about
no,
a
it-
different idea of want, but
No,
okay.
no. Regardless, of
Everybody ain't go for you, Bree.
But-
Maurice, go ahead.
I think we're. Let me
Okay,
expound on what I mean by.
what you
I don't
want?
necessarily mean
What you mean want then?
want sexually, because those can be the women that need you.
We ain't talking about sexually.
Okay,
Oh,
so
he
what you
said-
talking about
mean?
women
That's what he
just
was
wanting-
saying.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll be quiet.
It's both, actually. Like some women want me because they seen what I was doing because I was a good, genuine dude.
Yeah.
So they like, oh, I want that because I see how you doing, but you're not really doing it for me. But I want it though because I'm trying to take it from you. So I'm like, me being me, I'm a butthole, and I'm not gonna just do it for anybody. And the way my wife is, how she operate, and how she did it, she didn't want me.
Oh
I know-
wow.
Let me explain.
Nice. Now I
We-
like your wife.
She had a
even more.
conversation
I
with
like
me.
Sissy more.
We wasn't beefing. We wasn't arguing. We was good. She said, "Maurice, let me tell you something." I'm like, "Yeah." I don't want you. I don't need you. I know what you mean. Whoa. She said, "I could do without you." That made me change my whole goddamn life. It changed my whole perspective of women.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, okay.
Nice.
So I'm like, dang it, I can't do what I used to do with these other chicken heads. I'm gonna say whatever. I'm gonna say chicken heads.
Hoes.
Them two.
Not them too.
I'm gonna say that. So when she said that to me, I'm like, okay, that's who I need because she's not gonna just let me do whatever I want.
She's not gonna fall for nothing.
Right. So I'm like, okay, boom.
Oh, that
I want
job
that.
family, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I want this. This is what I
I'm
need.
following
This I said this is what I want and this is what I need. Because women, you should just let me do what I want.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's exactly what I mean. It's just like,
Okay.
you know, I'm essentially I believe she wanted you y'all married, but that's the thing. Like I don't necessarily.
Do you see me?
I want you, but I don't necessarily have to be with you. You know, like I don't have to be with you. I'm already doing whatever I'm doing. I don't necessarily need you to do. I was fine before you. You know, so I don't necessarily. You're in addition. You're in addition to me. Like, and I like that. I like that addition.
Type of women, that's those type of women I wanted to be with when I started really seriously dating.
But you ain't gonna see a lot of those.
But that's also a thing too. It got to be when you seriously dating.
When I seriously started dating,
Yes, you have to be
I wanted to
seriously
see
dating.
women.
You can't be looking to have
That was
fun out
like-
here.
Oh, nigga, I got my shit together.
Like,
Hello.
What you got? What you gonna do?
What are you gonna
to
just
make
like
me
men be
better?
asking what you gonna bring to the table?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What
exactly.
you gotta bring
That's the
some-
woman I wanted.
You gotta bring something.
That's
too.
the woman I wanted.
You gotta bring something.
What
too.
are you gonna do to make me better?
Exactly.
What you
That
gonna do
part.
to elevate my lifestyle
That part.
or my circle? What are you gonna bring better people, my better clients, better anybody to my table? Are you gonna do that?
Right.
That's why. That's the women I was going for after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like before that, I was definitely going for the insecure, the low maintenance, type of women. Honestly, I was doing that. But then
Yeah, because they're
I was,
easy.
It was. I was just gonna say it was easy.
And it's more.
You didn't have nothing was expected of you.
Right. They just
Nah.
wanted one
Just
thing from me.
Take me
most
out
of
to
the time.
eat. Give me.
Yeah,
Give
just get
me.
people.
Only two things.
Mhm, yeah,
Right.
that-
Two
Get
things.
PP.
They wanted two things from me: food, PP.
yeah, PB.
Buy me
That's
some
it.
stuff on my
I
birthday.
bought him some bag of chips. I bought him bag of chips.
Oh, yeah, and buy them something.
I bought him back
Well,
chip.
three things then. Buy them something. PP.
See,
Nah,
that's the-
I'll take it. That'd be
and-
easy.
and see,
back in
and
the day.
that's- and see-
I'll take it. That'd be easy. I'll take it. That'd be easy.
Hey, me too. That
Back in the day.
was my first day.
Hey,
with
you can
one
get
of them
that-
female.
you
I
get
was like,
that-
you want to grab beef?
Hey.
Sure. That's all you got.
Hey.
Nigga, that's all you gonna
You
get.
can get all you can eat, riblets and chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders
and fries
for $21.
what the hell is a rib?
You keep getting them.
Hey, can I get some? You
hungry?
Nah,
What is
you get
a
some
rib?
water.
How hungry are you?
Water is free. You get some water. You
some
can't get
water.
no
You can't
lemonade.
even get a drink.
Can't get no lemonade.
If it's free refill, you can't get a drink.
Exactly.
I pay that one.
Lord.
That $1.99.
That $1.99.
I pay that
That
$1.99.
$1.99.
I pay that $1.99.
Hell, you want to go
Trash.
I pay that
You ain't
$1.99.
going nowhere else. I got
Trash.
that $1.99.
Hey.
It's unlimited.
But-
fries.
Don't give me that.
But see, you also knew that those women were easy to please. They don't expect much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, true.
They don't
I
expect
said
much.
that.
I agree.
I
They
said I
just
went
don't
for that.
expect much.
But then when I was ready for something for real,
I did it on purpose.
when I was ready
You went
for
all
something
out. You went all out.
I like.
Hold up, Wendy.
I need somebody that's more secure in themselves. I said that. I told them to myself. I said I need somebody more secure in themselves.
Mhm.
I knew what I was going
Oh,
for.
so you wanted a woman that had worth on herself.
yeah, she got it.
worth.
Yeah, self worth for sure.
Self worth for sure. Like even if she was just like in college still or like just graduating, it's like, oh, I'm going to this career field. I'm going to this thing. Well, I'm not finna make 6 figures or
A salary.
a salary, a serious, a real
serious
salary.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's what I'm going for. Even if I didn't have it myself, but if I'm going to start like dating somebody for real, that's what I'm going for. So that's what I went for. So you know what I'm saying? That's me. But most guys don't do that. If they just want pussy, yeah, I can say pussy. If they just want pussy,
Vagina.
what a pussy.
It's whatever. It's whatever.
If
It's
they want
easiest.
that, if they want that thing, they gonna go for those type of women. So that's why you see seniors going for freshmen in college.
Cause they know that easy access.
That's a good point.
Easy access, exactly. That's why you see athletes going for anybody that come at them. It's because these women, it's like,
It's easier than.
it's like, oh, I
high-maintenance woman.
I hope I get a baby by him, but they ain't thinking that this ain't gonna use a condom. They're not thinking that this ain't gonna pull out. They're not thinking that he ain't gonna deal with you. Period. They're not
Yeah.
thinking that. They're like, oh, I like him. He accepted me. We hanging out at the party. But he ain't going no further than that if he ain't.
And then
if he ain't real with you.
I think that
If you ain't attractive anyway, you gotta
yeah,
be.
this is not
you gotta
all,
be
but I
attractive.
also think that sometimes those women feel like, okay, I'm like, what I got is good enough, and it's gonna keep him here. Like the ass is good enough, so it's like that'll keep him around.
Okay, as a woman,
I mean, I had dealt with women with little booties, big booties. The JJ gotta be good. Go ahead, Maurice. I'm sorry.
It still gotta be good. I'm not saying
It
no.
still gotta be there.
Yeah,
The big
gotta
booty,
be
little
good.
booty, that don't matter to me.
But
Go
I
ahead,
mean,
I forgot what I was saying,
but
nigga.
they don't have any
I'm
other
sorry.
value.
You good?
It might be pretty. It might be pretty.
Right there too.
Ass might be good,
I'm
but
about to
what
say,
it what
yeah.
what
Oh, so
other
let me-
value
A
let me-
lot of
have?
women that's beautiful don't have that self-esteem. That
It's true.
they can't look in the mirror and say I'm beautiful.
I
They can't
dealt
say
with
that.
a woman that was super beautiful, like it's beyond, like really pretty.
Because she tell herself that though.
But
How about
here's
that?
the thing: she had low self-esteem because she was a really big girl. Before I talked to her,
Oh, she a chunky monkey.
she lost weight like a mother. And when people lose weight, they facial structure gets
Right. Yeah, of course.
right.
More
So
lean.
she was extremely beautiful when she lost that weight. So she was dealing with anybody that accepted her because
She had
She
never
never
experienced
done
that before.
Experience.
and she never had that experience. She never had that
Okay,
feeling.
so she still had that self-worth.
And my thing is,
Right.
I didn't know she was like that until I started talking to her. I was like, oh, you was a big girl, but now she lost
When-
200 pounds. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
When-
I'm gonna go ahead and say
Answer
that.
the
200
question, though.
pounds.
She didn't have the self-worth though.
Huh? No, she didn't. That's what I'm saying. That made it easy. When she lost weight, she still didn't have that same self worth as y'all talking about. Even though she was extremely beautiful, she was a 10 out of 10. But she didn't have the self worth because her whole most of her life she was a 4, she was a 5 because she was big. Even though she was
And
cute,
that doesn't make a woman 4
Even though
or
she was
5.
cute.
That yeah.
she was cute. To me, you still a 7, you still an 8, but you just bigger.
Right.
And I don't like bigger girls.
Ain't
but
nothing wrong with
but
chunky
other than
monkey.
that, if I go by your face,
Nah.
you be the nigga. I take you.
Ain't nothing wrong with no
But
chunky monkey.
the thing I was trying to
agree
bring
that.
up,
I think
I had a couple
all
of chunky
women are
monkeys.
beautiful.
This
I do.
Can I say this? I don't think no woman ugly. This is why I
She
call-
just might not
this
be
is why I call-
attractive to you.
Wait, this is why I call ugly. Your personality, your inside, not your face, not your. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
okay, so y'all don't have 2 categories and y'all rate people. Y'all have 2 categories.
Yeah, your personality and how you look.
Is that what I'm talking about?
Your insides make you
That's
ugly.
what I'm talking about.
But I would never call a woman ugly. And to me personally,
She's just not attractive.
She's
to
not
you.
attractive. Oh, see, look at that.
She's not attractive
I'm
to
with
you.
Bree on that one. No, you're not attractive. That's what I tell my sons. Don't call no girl ugly. Just say you're not attracted to her.
I don't like you.
If
You're not, or you're not my
All
type.
right, here we go.
Boom. If you're ugly,
Here
I
we
mean,
go.
it's your inside. You just ugly person. I mean,
I agree
you
with
just
that.
a rude
Yeah, I agree with
person.
that.
You just mean.
Yeah.
You just, you know what I'm saying? That type of person.
I agree with that.
Boom. But your
Alright.
face, I would never call nobody ugly. No, I would not. I would not.
I agree with
never.
that. All right, so here we go.
Boom.
And here's another thing. One more thing
Talk to me.
before we end it.
Mm-hmm.
If a man come like okay, my boy Chico Bean. This is who I want to talk about. Chico Bean. He's handsome. He has the facial hair that most women like, and and he has the personality that a lot of women likes. He's very smart. He's very intelligent. He's charismatic. He's
funny.
Funny.
Mm-hmm.
And so he would tell women that he first started to attract or talk to, approach or whatever. He like, yo, I'm not into monogamy. I'm not into that single relationship. But if you wanna talk with me, let's go with it. Like I'm gonna mess with you, but I also know I'm messing with these other women. Is that a good thing? A good take to take when it comes to dating?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Being
I think
honest,
that
upfront.
yeah, because I think that again, you're transparent, so you're letting this woman know up front that look, I don't mind dealing with you if you're interested. As a man, I'm assuming he may or may not. Well, just say he is interested, right? She knows right at the gate that he is not trying to get into a relationship. And he gives her the opportunity to
females
choose
don't.
whether she's okay with that or not. If she is, they can deal with each other for however long they deal with each other. If not, then she can go ahead about her way and nobody's wasting their time. I think when a man really truly when a man knows that he doesn't want a relationship but doesn't explicitly state that, a woman can have any type of expectation. Like, he's taking me out on these dates, we going on these trips, we doing whatever we doing in the bedroom, she can feel like it's going to be a relationship.
What y'all doing in the bedroom?
Yeah, I mean, she can feel like it's going to be a relationship, based off how he can be treating her. Because, I mean, even though monogamy is not your ideal, that doesn't mean that you're not treating her like you're in a relationship with her or that's what you want. So unless you state that and explain that, like, hey, I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. I think it makes it easier.
You taught me that.
Don't go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Don't just keep me going with the motions, thinking that I might be a girlfriend, I might be a fiance, I might be a wife, whatever it is, and you have no intention of doing that.
Because
also I'm gonna add a little bit more.
All right.
Because the women that are like, fuck these niggas, and can I say that on here?
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
okay, my bad. Like, the women. I just gotta make sure. But the people that are like, fuck these men, and then they start only going for the men that can provide money and doing all this because they've been hurt before.
Yeah.
Same like the men who want to dog out women. They done fell in love with somebody before, and now they hurt. And so now that's when you got the fuck niggas and the fuck bitches, because they done been hurt because wasn't nobody honest with them about what their intentions with them were.
Yeah.
So I commend Chico being on that. Well, this was an experience, so I just want to say thank you to Little This Little That podcast for having me. And I hope to be included in a few more sessions.
Word.
Yeah.
You be invited back. I mean, you cousin, so
I'll be more than welcome to come back.
Yeah, so you'll be back.
Thank y'all.
So we appreciate y'all. Comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Definitely comment. Definitely subscribe.
Word. This is Bree. Cuz gonna get out my goddamn